What a privilege it is to stand here and to behold the multitudes that have attended this event. I am humbled and I am privileged and honored. I shall ride on the protocol that has already been set because my role is merely to show gratitude that the day has finally come and that we have been graced by presence so esteemed. And I would like to begin, Mr. President, by thanking the highest power in this room, which happens to be the Almighty God, because it has not merely been just on a wing for us to arrive here, but it's been on a wing and a prayer. And it is those fervent prayers that have brought us here. And I appreciate your taking us back to the prophetic moment that was rendered by my founding Vice Chancellor. So having thanked the Almighty, the God of all possibilities, I would like to thank you, Mr. President, of this great, great republic. Advocate Duma Gideon Bogo, thank you ever so much for graciously setting aside time to be with us and also eloquently addressing us, sir, and challenging us. I listened to your keynote intently, and you challenged us. You challenged us, you told us, we want to get to the knowledge economy, and you defined what that knowledge economy is. You went on to talk about the fact that as a nation, we do need to diversify beyond the diamonds that we have so relied on over the years. And you did say that for us to innovate, to diversify, we do need to innovate. You further went on to talk about the creative industry and saying that it is another great area that we should never lose sight of for growth and that it needs to be empowered. I think for those that are in the open education sector, we are listening and we shall deliberate and we shall find ways of creating pathways that will grow that sector. So you did say we should open the pathways and the channels of access so that we build resilient societies. We are challenged. Thank you very much indeed, sir. I wish to move on and thank my Minister of Higher Education for being one of the most supportive ministers that I know. The other ministers may be just as supportive, but I don't know. I just know my own minister, and it is a great honor and privilege to serve under you, sir. And for you to have given us this opportunity is really amazing. I also wish to thank the leadership of this country. They came out in droves to support us. Thank you very much indeed, because your being here demonstrates that you believe in the cause that we are here pursuing, and therefore tells me that when we come knocking as the Botswana Open University and other universities and institutions that espouse open education, you will open your doors wide for us. Thank you very much, esteemed leadership of this country. The Vice President, the Speaker of the National Assembly, all of the ministers here present, and the members of Parliament. Thank you. I also wish to thank the ministers of higher education that have come from all corners of the Commonwealth and all other guests. However, I want to pause a little and just thank the powers that be for allowing the Botswana Open University to implement this great project on behalf of the government. I believe it has surely elevated the standing of the BOU in the eyes of many that are gathered in this room. I did lodge a complaint, Mabo Amante, on your behalf, that we should also have been called to the stage to take a picture with the leadership of this country. But I was told that, yes, time is of the essence, but we will get our moment, please, Mr. President. We would love that to happen. I also wish to thank my Chancellor, Dr. Sheila Dinosetlu. She's a very peripatetic woman. She's all over the place. That she could find the time to be here means quite a lot for us. And also to thank the chairman of the Bow Council, Mr. Charlie Coyne. Thank you very much. And the members of the Bow Council. They are here. Thank you so much for being a witness of this great moment. You will know now, when we sit and talk governance issues, you will appreciate what we were doing when we were talking resources, time, etc. I also want to thank the BOU executive management team. I will call upon them, please, if you allow me, to just stand. First and foremost, I would like to call upon the Deputy Vice Chancellor, Corporate Services, because she's the oil that makes all of this possible. Corporate Services, you understand. Dr. Lesedi Leseteti. Let me also call upon the Deputy Vice Chancellor, Student Services. We serve students at a distance. They must be supported. And so I call upon Dr. Godson Gacha to just stand. I'd also like to thank the Acting Deputy Vice Chancellor, Academic Services. Now that's the core. And he is, by the way, also co-chair of the local organizing committee, Professor Sunny Ayuk. Thank you very much. To the men and women who coalesced around making this project a reality, thank you. And that thank you goes to, again, Prof. Ayuk and the team. But I do want to also thank the acting permanent secretary in our ministry, Rerale Tobana, and also the deputy permanent secretary, Ms. Erica Ndlovu. And I want to say to Ms. Ndlovu, your firmness, your steadfastness, and your can-do attitude did not go unnoticed. Honestly, she moved mountains when it seemed impossible. And that is why we are where we are. And maybe she could stand up and take a bow. We are truly grateful. Mr. President, you, in quote, stole my thunder when you spoke about Dr. Daniel Tau, because I wanted to thank him and his dream team, because when he came back from Canada, he then immediately set to work and set up a dream team comprising Professor Morolong, she is here somewhere, comprising Dr. Seretse, I hope she made it, Dr. Moahi, I hope she made it, and Dr. Mabaledi Seleto. That was the dream team that actually penned the bid that got us to where we are. Thank you very much. But I did mention the fact to, I don't know whether it was the call president or whether it was the minister, that when you came back from Canada with all that zeal and all that, you know how Dr. Tau is. I really honestly looked at him, and in my heart I said, this guy must be crazy. That's what I felt. But he immediately set to work, and the rest is history, as they say. I do want to acknowledge our sponsors, Bahai, so I think it's important that I do, because without them, really, we would be a sorry lot. And I'm going to call them out, but not in any order, not even alphabetic, but as I could recall them. We have the Ministry of Justice and Correctional Services. We have, I've actually forgot, I think it's the Ministry of Local Government. I've forgotten the permutation. Please forgive me, Honorable Minister Motshekga, but I believe they sponsored us, local government. The Ministry of Sport and Arts were also instrumental. Of course, our very own Ministry of Higher Education. I think the acting PS could tell you stories about how I would hound him to get the necessary resources for us. And next would be the Namibia College of Open and Distance Learning. Botswana Accountancy College. Boitekanelo College. The Human Resources Development Council, HRDC. Baisago University. Seho Events. I hope the president will get an opportunity to go to his holding room and appreciate what Seho Event has done. The BTCL, Radio Botswana, and BTV, our partners. The Grand Palm Hotel, they also did. Lincoln University, AT&T Monakgotla, transportation. The Commonwealth of Learning, they have sponsored so many people and have put in so much to make this happen. Kenya College of Accountancy. And last but not least, Department of Foreign Affairs, Australia. Thank you very much indeed. Okay, I've got to go back to my, yes. And then, of course, I wish to just thank the delegates from far and wide. I mean, without you, we don't have a forum. We can't have the cross-fertilization of ideas and solutions and possible partnerships and collaborations that are going to come out of this forum. Thank you so much for taking time to be here and to feed yourselves and ourselves with ideas and strategies. I want to also thank the both staff and other ministry staff that have been working behind the scenes. I think when the dust has settled and we are doing an evaluation, we may very well take the #1 spot in terms of how we organized and how we treated our dignitaries. Yes. Thank you very much, my colleagues. Mabo Amante, Ministry of Higher Education, Foreign Affairs, you name it, everybody rallied behind this cause. And Kago Africa, and your word bombs. I'm always in awe of talent, creativity, because I don't have a creative bone in my body. So when I see other people do it so effortlessly, I mean, I just don't know. I get goose pimples. And of course, the BDF band always delivers. Thank you very much. Mehela, go na le people that tend to get forgotten most of the time, and these are our masters of ceremonies. I think they've done an excellent job, and I want to give them back their job. Thank you very much indeed.